When we talk about house of prayer, the very phrase house of prayer is obviously a very biblical term. What it refers to is the temple. And there are references where it implies the tabernacle. So tabernacle, temple, don't separate those. Those are just a reality of God setting up a reception hall for his throne room where he can welcome his people and gather them to himself. For I will be your God and you will be my people and I will dwell in the midst of you. So it's a dwelling place where God wants to relationally be near his people. So he called upon his people to form and to build physical structures, and but along with that, the building of the place was a designation of certain people that would facilitate it, that would be the not the instigators, but the facilitators. They would sustain it, they would serve it, and they were called priests. Now, when I say the word priest, most of us are thinking, frankly, a Catholic priest, because that's usually what we have the word priest in our experience. And nothing all against any kind of Catholic priest, but Catholic priests would be the first to tell you that their role in life is in some cases, in some ways, very different than the Old Testament priest. And so if you look back at the biblical priesthood, there's nothing wrong with Catholic priests as such. I'm just saying the biblical priestly idea ultimately was not, didn't have some of the pastoral things that priests now do. It was very much a stand before me and serve me. And the priests that God selected from amongst the people, they had a daily, a regular service where they were the first ones of the day. The morning offering would begin the worship thing where people could voluntarily bring their love offerings to God. And the priest would get it going though with the morning offering and then close out the day of offering and worship by the evening offering. But all day long the priests were there helping the people get close to God, bring their gift to him. The priests were not really liaison people going in between. And we like to think of that as that functionality of being American pragmatists. But in fact, they just were standing before God, attentive, serving him as servants would gather and attend an ancient king, which is that pattern is how God wanted to reveal himself to us. So the priesthood, that priestly role and responsibility was what God designated and framed it as worthy of the financial support of his people.